DCF department, Lawrence, Massachusetts, and Boston, Massachusetts, Lawrence, Massachusetts, and Boston, Massachusetts. The primary goal was to adopt the children out. Primary goal to adopt the children out. To adopt the children out, because I believe it's somewhere in the range of $80,000 that they get, and rather than their state budget, it aids them in their state budget every year, which I'm sure they get bonuses. They get bonuses out of at the end of the year. And also, as that woman taking my kids as a foster parent, she was getting $1,100 a month, plus clothing money, plus giant food stamp bill because she had more kids in her house. I want to add too that my kids came home from her house a few times with bed bugs. And I reported that to the DCF people, and they basically said, "Oh, we'll take care of it." And then there was another time where my little 4-year-old son told me that the foster mother, Lavinia Wergen, and her boyfriend, Tony Gannell, Lavinia Wergen and her boyfriend, Tony Gannell, smacked him in the face. And he was only 4 years old. He described it. He showed it to the DCF worker as well. Actually, he didn't show me the smacking motion. He just told me about it. And I said, "Tell him what you just told me." And the DCF worker, after being informed by my son that he was smacked in the face, the DCF worker goes, "Oh, was it just like a playing around, like tap or whatever?" And my son goes, "No, it was like this." And did his face to the side like that. And you know what the DCF worker's words were? "Oh, kids lie sometimes." I have never heard of a 4-year-old child lying and actually demonstrating being smacked in the face, especially at the age of 4. You know, I mean, as you get bigger, a little kid might tell on another little kid and try to make it sound like somebody's picking on them, but they're not going to be telling you that some parent smacked them in the face and demonstrating it. Well, this all came out in court, but the judge ignored it all. He didn't care. He still just took away my rights. Didn't care to investigate into my son being smacked around by the foster parent.
Me love you.
What's that?
Thank you.
What'd you say? Me love you?
I love you.
I love you too. Can I get a kiss? A cheek? Let me kiss you. I love you, buddy. Didn't care to investigate my son being smacked around by the foster parent. That didn't matter to him. They all just in this together. They don't want to. None of them want to fight with each other about anything. They all just help each other out to make sure the state has plenty of money coming in, and then a family gets destroyed. Just as if you want to look up Justina Pelletieri. I want to add in that I had a gag order placed on me by Dishonorable Judge Stephen M. Limon, Associate Justice. So ordered on October 17th, 2013. I only say dishonorable because he didn't really care about any of the facts that were placed before him. All he cared about was what DCF said. It didn't matter what I proved to him, what I showed him, what he saw at me as a person, how I answered the questions. None of that mattered. They actually went as far as to tell me to take off a happy birthday wish I gave to my daughter on Facebook. I put "Happy Birthday Samantha" on her birthday. She wouldn't even see it because she's not allowed to go on the internet by this Gestapo Nazi Lavinia Wergen that is controlling my children to make sure they don't ever find out the truth to what really happened to them and how they ended up in her custody. I also want to add that I see pictures of Lavinia with my kids. I find them on Facebook. It's pretty easy. You can't really hide that stuff forever. And in every picture, my son does not look very happy. The grandmother of my kids told me that this Lavinia Wergen treats my son poorly because he looks like me. So she treats him differently than my daughter. My daughter looks like her mother more. So my daughter's in soccer. She's in whatever other sports. She's always been doing dancing classes and stuff. And my son doesn't get to do any of these things. He also looks very unhappy in every picture. he looks like he's doing fake forced smiles, and in every picture that I see on Facebook or anywhere has the cousin sticking her face right on my kids rather than just pictures of my children. It's like she had some kind of a jealousy thing where she had to have these children. I don't know. I mean, she could have went and had her own children, and that would have been a lot better for everybody's life. But for some reason, she wanted mine really badly. She's always said that my daughter said that she wishes she was her mom, and ridiculous things like that. She believes that my daughter looks like her. I mean, that is just plain old psychotic. I mean, anybody that wants somebody else's children to look like them, there's a problem there. I mean, that child's going to look like the parents. She has her own child. That child can look just like her. That's fine. I don't want her child to look like me. I don't want my neighbor's children to look like me. I have plenty of family members, and I don't go around saying, hey, your kids look just like me. That'd be kind of I would think I'd have some kind of psychological problem if I was going around stealing children and pretending like they look like me. This is just more to this story. It goes on, and there's so many. You would think you couldn't be surprised, but you will continually hear things that just blow your mind. And I'm going to leave it at that. I'll post more videos in the future. I forgot to add the most important thing here. Even with all these psychotic tendencies that this Lavinia Wergen has, DCF sees these things, they're aware of them, and they don't do anything about it. They ignore it and act like me fighting for my children is the psychotic thing. Not this person that severely wants these children and has made up several lies that I proved to them as wrong, and they've seen that they were wrong. They said I had illegal guns. I said, you just write this stuff. You don't even know if I have any guns or not. And they also said I was a drug dealer. I was working for the phone company, making $28 an hour. I wasn't dealing any drugs, making 77 grand a year, full benefits, company vehicle. I owned 2 cars on my own, busted my ass, and I didn't need to be drug dealing. And I did that for 12 years. It wasn't like I just was a beginner at it and needed to get by selling drugs as well. Well, I purchased, the only guns I had was when I was in West Virginia, and I purchased them from a store, had an FBI background check before I bought them. That wouldn't make them illegal. I had receipts for them and everything, and I actually sold them when I came to Florida to help pay for lawyer and traveler fees, and I wouldn't have been able to sell them to somebody if they were illegal. But just some more of these things that DCF chooses to ignore because it would hurt their case. They don't want to do anything that'll hurt their case. They want to make whoever they decided was the bad guy, they want to make them look as bad as possible. That way they don't look wrong. And it shouldn't be about them looking wrong or right. It should be about finding the truth and getting the children to the best household they can be at, and not with somebody that obviously has mental problems. That Lavinia Wergen, I have paperwork. I may have mentioned it before. She was in and out of 10 foster homes. She was molested as a child. It's written down on this information. So I'm given this information, so I'm allowed to give it out because it was given to me. If it was so private, I shouldn't have gotten it. And they know this stuff. And I told them, I said to the supervisor, Kimberly DeRico, quite a man-hater herself, I told her, I said, this woman says she was molested at the age of 13. She went into foster system, and this stupid ass, Kimberly DeRico, doesn't even know her own paperwork. She goes, oh, that's just hearsay. I go, hearsay? I go, it's on your paperwork from Lavinia's mouth. That's not hearsay. And then she shut her stupid trap and realized, wow, maybe I am kind of stupid. And well, then after I explained that, her rebuttal was, a lot of times people end up better when they went through the system like that and been molested. How the hell does somebody end up better off when they're molested? And if that's the case, and they think I molested my kids, then they should be believing that my kids will be better off being molested by me. And that would be a reason to give them back to me if they think I'm a molester. It's lunacy. These people have no rhyme or reason. They don't use any kind of logic. It's just, they just throw out whatever the hell they want to. They don't care if they make any sense or not. As long as the judge listens to them, they don't care. And Judge Stephen M. Limon of Boston, Massachusetts, he was gobbling it up. That guy didn't give a crap what made sense. He listened to it. He did whatever the hell they said. I mean, what the hell kind of judge is that? This guy don't have any power. These $35,000 a year salary non-trained DCF workers tell this judge what to do, and he just bends over and does it. This is the justice system we live in today. Good luck if you ever go to family court, and I pray for you if you have to.